Guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Is Nicki Minaj officially unblacklisted by the pop execs? Okay? Last year she had a hit, Super Freaky Girl, which was a pop song. She previously talked about during the hate train how she was blacklisted and how her newer music, during the hate train wasn't getting as much airplay on the radio. But since then, things have definitely turned around.
The label hit me, said they want the 15 thing. I got in the studio, I did the 15 thing. And then they said, it's time to drop your single. I said, no. Radio already tried to blackball a bitch. It's all good, because when you a legend, when you legendary, you shine no matter what. They get compared to me no matter what.
That was the Barbie Going Bad freestyle that she put out in 2019, talking about how she was blacklisted. So it has been reported that Nicki and Kim Petras are set to announce their collaboration soon, and that the track is titled Alone, and the music video was shot in 2 days, okay? And then there's also, some speculation that she could be collaborating with, obviously, Taylor the Charts Queen, No Spice, who has been getting a lot of, pop radio airplay. And then also, last year, Nicki and Doja Cat were kind of teasing a collaboration. So with that being said, is Nicki finally good with the pop execs? Because there was a time where pop girlies were not allowed to work with Nicki Minaj, okay? That's why Katy Perry low-key fell off. She didn't listen. That's not the only reason, but they did tell her allegedly that they were not going to push that song she put out with Nicki Minaj, Swish Swish, okay? Same thing with Fergie, okay? Now, it's sad to see that nobody is helping Katy Perry, but it looks like Nicki Minaj had gotten back in the good graces of the pop execs, and that is thanks to Saul XO. Saul definitely has helped her mend those relationships. Saul does have a good standing relationship with a lot of pop execs because Doja Cat is considered a pop act. She gets a lot of pop radio. Same thing with The Weeknd. He has one of the 2 biggest stars right now on his roster, and that's why I wanted Nicki to continue to stay with Saul, because I do feel like he was a good manager. But, it's her choice to leave. If she don't want to stay there, she don't have to. I still don't think that the industry 100% messed with Nicki Minaj, but I do feel like they're realizing that Nicki Minaj has too much of a fan base for her to easily get pushed out. See, even Katy Perry, I was shocked that, the industry just let her fall to the wayside. I thought Katy Perry had a stronger fan base than this. We're the Katy Cats. But with that being said, Nicki Minaj has proven that her fans are just way too powerful, and that even when the industry is against her, she will always prevail. And it's because of her fan base. And not a lot of other artists have that type of support, unfortunately. The untalented crew members are coming together to perform at Summer Jam. Okay, we got Cardi B headlining, Ice Spice, Koi Fish, Gorilla Glue, Lola Brooke, French Montana, Fabio, Lil TJ, and also the Locks. Okay, now the hot tea is, will Ice Spice and Criminal Faces perform their unreleased Munch remix? Okay, they never put it out. But Cardi B hopped on the Munch remix because, she's a wave rider. She sucked the life out of Glow Stick. That's why her career is on the floor now. But, I think that Ice Spice should release the Munch remix.
Drink my bath water, I'm special. If you tell somebody we fuck, but I ain't nothing, nigga, you capping. Niggas are Munch, get it for breakfast. Bitches scums, bitches desperate. Bitches be dirty, go get tested, way too easy, don't wanna catch it. He telling all of his niggas, I said we could chill. Like what? He wants to see what it is, like a gender reveal. Like, Pissing on bitches is really a skill. Like what? Bitches me that, that to me still. You look.
So Ice Spice thought that this Munch remix was so trash she never officially put it out. Party clearly wasn't there to help Cardi B write her verse, and so this is what, she sent to Ice Spice, and Ice Spice clearly said no. Okay, because the remix never came out, but Cardi B previewed it on Instagram. I know she's going to perform yesterday too, because, she's a wave writer. So that has been her only hit in the past 3 years. So she got to perform yesterday too. But I'm hoping that, she puts out the Munch remix so I can get a good laugh. Moving on to Scratch Off and JT. Are they beefing because of Nicki Minaj? A lot of fans are noticing that JT did not support the Play With It remix, which features Carisha and Scratch Off, and the song debut on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 69. And so fans are calling out JT for not congratulating Carisha and Scratch Off, and they are blaming Nicki Minaj, of course, for JT turning on Scratch Off, okay? They feel like JT has turned on Scratch Off. She's not supporting Scratch Off because of Nicki Minaj. My whole thing is, it's not her song. She's a feature artist. What is there to congratulate Scratch Off for? What is there to support Carisha and Scratch Off for? It's not their song, okay? Scratch Off is flopping. She has to hop on other people's waves to chart. She hasn't charted since Low Energy. Okay, so my whole thing is, how is Nicki Minaj in it? It's like every time when the rap girlies don't get along, somehow, some way, shape, or form, it's Nicki Minaj's fault. Okay? JT is 30 years old. Nicki Minaj is not in JT's ear telling her, oh, you can't support Scratch Off. Because there's nothing to support. She's been flopping. Who cares about a Scratch Off verse? Okay, to me, her verse wasn't even better than Carisha's, in my opinion. Okay? The Play With It remix, I didn't feel like it was necessary. It's not better than the original. People gotta stop trying to blame Nicki Minaj every time when the female rap girlies don't get along. It's not Nicki Minaj's fault that Scratch Off is trash. Okay? That's not Nicki's fault. Okay? She doesn't need to congratulate Scratch Off or Carisha for being on a feature. Okay, that's nothing spectacular. That's not their song. Partisan Fontaine better watch out, because there was a baseball player checking out Megan Thee Stallion when she was in Houston, and she threw the first pitch a few days ago. And, a baseball player kind of gave her a hug and put his hand on her butt. And Stephen A. had a lot to say about this.
Megan Thee Stallion threw out the first pitch in Houston for the Astros. I know that there's a lot to walk away from. I mean, that white outfit she was wearing was pretty nice. She looked pretty nice in it. That's one thought to walk away from. The other thought to walk away from is the picture itself, which wasn't that great, but you didn't expect it to be, so props to her. She came close enough. But the one thing I walked away from, and I forgot the guy's name, but he had his hand on her backside. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did it quick. But he ain't supposed to be touching her like that. He ain't supposed to be touching her like that. If I was her man, I'd have had a problem with that. I'll tell you that right now.
So Stephen A. Smith, who's a commentator on sports, is calling out the guy that, put his hand on, Megan's backside. But what is Partisan Fontaine gonna do? He's too busy writing diss tracks to Nicki Minaj to even be focusing on that, okay? That's his main priority. That's all he's good for. He didn't show up to court with Meg when she was testifying against Tory. He let the baby speak to Meg any type of way and do hundreds of interviews talking about how he smashed Meg, and Partisan didn't do nothing. Okay, Partisan Fontaine is a bitch. Nobody cares about him, and nobody is scared of him. Please have several seats. Moving on to the Korean group Twïçë. They said in a recent interview that they want to work with Doja Cat, Queen Bee, Justin, and The Weeknd.
Work with her and other artists. I love Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yes. Yes.
I love Taylor Swift. If I have chance, I would like to work with her. Yeah.
You know what's really crazy is Taylor's also performing at MetLife Stadium, where you guys will be on stage when you come to New York. So it's almost as if you're sharing the stage with Taylor.
Honored. Very.
I want to work with Doja Cat.
D0JA. Yeah.
Or Wicked.
The Weeknd. Yes, The Weeknd.
So let me know how you guys feel about that. I don't know too much about the group, so I can't really comment on them. But they want to work with D0JA, The Weeknd, Justin, and Queen Bee. I think that the Queen Bee collaboration will never happen. But D0JA Cat and The Weeknd, I think they would do it. Moving on to SZA and Frank Ocean. Allegedly, Frank Ocean, he want to work with SZA. So let me know how you guys feel about that. I would be here for it. SZA and Frank Ocean, I think that would be a very good collaboration. I think they need to get into the studio and, make that song ASAP, okay? Moving on to Usher and Queen Bee. So Usher wrongfully pulls a prank at the Dreamville Festival, which is owned by J. Cole. And he jokes and says, oh, we're bringing out Queen Bee. And then the crowd went crazy. And then he found out it was an April Fool's joke. I thought that was kind of corny. I wouldn't have believed it anyway, because why would Queen Bee make a grand appearance for an Usher concert for a festival when she hasn't even went on tour? She didn't even perform at the Scammys. So why would she make her first big performance with Usher? Okay, Dubai don't really count. I'm talking about, here in the U.S., she hasn't performed at all, any new music. So I wouldn't have believed it, but I thought it was corny. I wasn't amused. I didn't laugh, because to me, it wouldn't have been realistic anyway. Like, Queen Bee performing with Usher, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Again, like, it's not 2003. No shade. But anyway, I got some new videos on Patreon you guys can check out. Link will be in the description. And, there's some tea over there. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.